Hey friends, Alison Hillman here. I am the Alison and BTP by Alison, Been There Photography, and this is a presentation of Lady Boss Branding's 3, 2, 1 Blast, where I'm bringing you the best St. Louis has to offer in the way of small business. I, y'all, I'm so excited about my next guest. I have the financial educator with me. She is a sensei to me. I'm in a couple of her groups, and I've gone to so many of her workshops. um, Deletra Hudson, girl, I'm so happy to have you here. How are you?
Hey, hello everybody. Thank you so much, Allison, for having me. It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be here and to be thought of enough to come on board and talk to
Oh,
your audience.
Deletra is a wealth of knowledge. She literally is the financial educator. She's worked with big business, small business, municipalities. She specializes in working with municipalities and other things, but just she is a giver. And so,
Yes,
before
I
we
love
even
it.
get started, I want you to keep in, if you're going to learn something from this. And at the end of it, she just told me that everyone that's watched this, if they reach out to her and tell her that they saw this, she's going to give you a 30-minute one-on-one consultation session, complimentary, which means free,
Yes.
just to go over your financial goals and everything. um Deletra, so what on earth made you have a passion about this
I do.
unlike any I know. So where did that come from?
Wow, that's a big question. Growing up, I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and I really didn't come from a family that knew a lot about money, but being able to be interested in money, how money was made, how do you make money, how do you go about creating wealth and legacy. When I was younger, I didn't know what those words meant. I didn't know what the word wealth meant or legacy meant. But as you grow older and you watch others who are transpiring in being successful and creative, you almost gasp a desire to grab hold of those coattails almost so that you can learn a little bit more about those things that you've been fascinated about but couldn't put your head around. That was me. Just the inspiration and the desire and eagerness to read about success. Um, and the passion for not only holding it in to myself, but passing it on to others. Like you, I am a connector, a collaborator. I believe that God gives me gifts to be shared with others and not to harbor and hold on to for myself. So that's really what drives me. That really is what pushes me to continue to be hungry enough to learn and bring messages and informations to others, um, and be credible. I want to be accurate. I want to be honest. I want to be a trustworthy resource. And I've been blessed to be able to do that.
And you definitely put resources out in the different ways that folks want to get those resources. You've written 4 books.
Yes.
Tell me
Yeah.
those tell me about your babies.
Well, my babies actually started for babies because the first two books were children's books.
Right.
All of my books are financial literacy books, and I am an advocate for youth financial literacy because I truly believe that that is something that should be in our educational system when
Absolutely.
our children are younger. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen here in the United
Mm-mm.
States of America, one of the most capitalistic economies in the world. We don't teach our young people financial literacy early enough. And so my goal was to start writing books. And a lot of people ask me, Allison, why were your first books children's books? Because I like to teach financial literacy and financial management in simple ways for people to understand. So if I can teach it to a child and break that down and get feedback from the parents who are reading those books saying, wow, I learned something from the books. And I was like, yeah, this is the goal. This is the goal. I want it to be broken down easy enough for people to understand. So that was the first two books. The third book It was a book collaboration with 9 other women, so it was 10 of us, and the book is called #Boss Moms. All of these books you'll be able to find on my website. #Boss Moms, and it was written for women who are moms or caregivers who have dedicated their lives to helping others grow and build and live their dreams while putting the moms, we put our dreams on the back burner.
Right.
So this is inspiring them to live your dreams, build your empires. And here's a group of other women who have done the same thing. You can do it without regret and without sacrificing yourself and your dreams. So that was book number 3, #Boss Moms. And the 4th book is a money affirmation journal called You Control Your Money. And it is a 30-day journal which guides you through being intentional about your relationship with your money, how to develop that relationship with your money, and really being thought provocative about how you can tap into where you're making money, where you're spending your money, and what does that money relationship make you feel when you go through the ups and downs, and just tracking that for 30 days. So that was really a fun project, and I'm think I'm going to teach a master class on You Control Your Money, so we could just walk through that journal together for 30 days. So that sounds fun. I just came up with that.
Well, there you go. I can speak to the journal because as soon as you put it out there that it was going to be available, I snatched it up. But it was a game changer for me because,
Good.
just because it's a good deal doesn't mean you need it.
Yes.
Just little things like that.
Yes.
It was a little bit of a game changer. So, I know all of your books are, Jules and I need to get those 2 children's books for Jace. But, so I'll take care of that as soon as I jump off here. But,
Okay.
I think with the children's books as well, it's so funny how many parents didn't have that same knowledge, and
Right.
now they do because they knew their kid would need it because they weren't successful with it. And
Right.
so 2 birds, 1 stone. So
Absolutely.
that's how smart you are.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
So another avenue that you reach people, talk about your Facebook groups. The Money Boss group
Okay.
is one that I'm in.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about those.
So we have a private Facebook group called Money Boss Wealth Club, and that is my group where I do a lot of my teachings in. Right now we have a money savings challenge going on. I have a lot of videos that I've dropped in there that teaches you about how to maneuver during this COVID-19 situation that our world is in right now, and really just how to manage some of and take advantage of some of the benefits that are being offered from our federal, state, and local governments, as well as how to manage your money during these times. So that group was really created to be my platform for teaching, to be my platform for bringing people together who are like-minded, who want to be a part of a mastermind, investment club, or just really being tuned about their money management and improving their money management skills. So join me in the Money Boss Wealth Club private Facebook group.
I highly encourage those of you that are watching this right now. She's gotten on there and done some question and answer sessions about the stimulus. She just has a wealth of knowledge. If you just find yourself going cross-eyed or just befuddled
Yeah.
when you're sorting through this, that group you need to find yourself in. Especially, I think you need to get in there, period. But especially if in this time, there's your excuse. If you need, and you're like, I probably should join that. Here's your excuse.
Yes.
So, Deletra, I learn something from you every time we speak. And you're just, I adore you. Folks at home that are watching this, as I've said before, you need to make business personal. You need to find someone that matches your morals, your personality, your definition of fun, that kind of thing. So, Deletra, we're going to jump into some of the questions that have nothing to
Sure.
do with what. Let me get the 3-minute timer going. Don't overthink these 2.
Okay.
I've noticed anyway. What motivates you to work hard?
Oh, my family. My goal is to just leave my kids in a better position than I was. Not that mine was the worst, but we're supposed to elevate. So my goal is my family. I just want to achieve my goals and leave them for something to grow on.
Perfect. What's your favorite season?
Summer. I'm a summer baby. July 6th is my birthday. I love the sun. I love the water. So my dream home, my last resting places is going to be a nice house overlooking some water with plenty of sunshine.
Perfect. What's your favorite drink? It doesn't have to be alcoholic.
Well, what mine is,
Same girl.
I love a sweet white wine. One of my
Okay.
favorite wines is Riesling wines. Not
Mm,
and when you think about wines and you get a brand like Riesling or a flavor like Riesling, there are so many different variations, but I like the sweeter as opposed to the dry, nice and cold.
I'm gonna send you a kind. Selbach Oster from Germany is my favorite. It was something I discovered last year, and I got to meet the wine curator of it. That his
Sure.
family had it. I'll have to send you that label.
Awesome.
Um, if you know it's going to be your last meal, what are you eating?
Um, I would love a really nice big piece of a salmon with a creamy butter sauce,
Ooh.
topped with crab and shrimp and some buttery yeast rolls.
You always order the best thing. We've had lunch together, and you always order the best stuff. Have you ever had a nickname, and what was it?
My nickname is Leedy, and it's pronounced not like it's spelled. But that's if I hear somebody call me that, that means you have known me from childhood. So yeah, that's my nickname, Leedy.
All right. How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Oh my goodness. I'm not I'm not a shoe fanatic, but I do have shoes that match stuff or for special occasions. I may say about 40. I don't know if
Okay.
that's a lot.
That's not,
I don't
that's not for
know.
us because you're always well dressed and put together. So,
Thank you.
what are you binging anything on Netflix right now?
Um, I am getting ready to start binging Ozark. Um,
Same.
Somebody was telling my daughter was telling me about that. It was one day, we take these days where we just think too much and we just need to cut off from everything. And
Yep.
so I didn't know what to watch on Netflix, and I was putting out some fillers, and Ozark kept coming up. So I think I'm going to start
Have
that
you
one this
started it
weekend.
at all?
No, I'm gonna start this
Oh,
weekend.
it's good.
Okay.
We're about to start. We just finished The Crown, and we're about to start season 3 of Ozarks.
Okay.
All right. So St. Louis round. What is your favorite St. Louis zoo animal?
I'm fascinated about the elephants. I like the elephants. I like to just see, especially when the little ones are around. And yeah,
Yep.
I like the elephants.
What is your favorite St. Louis attraction?
Um, there are so many. St. Louis has some hidden jewels. I still get fascinated about going. Can I say two?
Of
I love to
course.
go to the top of the arch and look out on both sides across
Mm-hmm.
the river on the Illinois side as well as back west on the St. Louis side. Then there's another hidden jewel that a lot of people don't know about, but when you go across on the Illinois side in East St. Louis, there
Mm-hmm.
is a memorial park where they have a fountain, one of the tallest fountains in the world, shoot up from
Oh
right across
yeah.
there. And if you walk to the top at the Malcolm Martin Memorial Park, you get to see back on the other side of St. Louis across the Mississippi River. And if you want some of the best pictures of downtown St. Louis, go
You're
to the
telling
top
one of
of
my
that.
secrets.
Oh my goodness. That is one of the best jewels in the two-state area that people really don't know about.
It's funny when people want skyline pictures and their headshots and stuff. I'm like, how do you feel about going over to Illinois? And 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, let's stay on the St. Louis side of the river. And I'm like, that's your fault.
That's right. So when we get our shot in, that's one of the places I want to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's happening.
Okay.
Okay. Friends come to St. Louis. They want you to show them the city. Where are you taking them?
To the mall. I'm, I'm a window shopper. I don't buy a lot, but I like to, it's relaxing for me to just go to the mall and walk around. Um, the malls are dying off, but
Mm-hmm.
I still like to go to the mall and just walk around. Um, Another place that we like to go, look, I'm looking off because I'm really thinking, where do we go when, um, I don't know. I like to still go downtown. I told you I'm a water baby, so I like to
Mm-hmm.
go and be near the water. Another cool place that I like to go is Grafton, Illinois, which is on the other
Yeah.
side of Alton, which looks over the Mississippi as well. That's a cool place to go. So
That's where the
just to,
Confluence Tower is, isn't it? The
yes,
Lewis and Clark Tower?
yes, over in that
Yeah.
area. Yep.
All right. What's your favorite St. Louis restaurant?
Um, when I am away and I come back and it may not be a fancy restaurant, but I like to get Emo's Pizza.
All right.
And I take when people come in from out of town, especially those that were homegrown here in St. Louis, they
Mm-hmm.
always want to get some Emos and White Castles.
Remind me to tell you my emo story at one point. We're
Okay.
not going to do it today.
Now, regular
Deletra, thank
restaurant, I love the Bonefish Grill because
Oh,
I like seafood.
over in Brentwood.
Yep.
Well, Deletra, thank you for joining me today. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, great.
We need this little break
Oh,
from the stress of what's going on right now. So I appreciate it.
thank you. All right, folks, this has been another episode of Lady Boss Branding's 321 Blast, where we're keeping business personal. Remember, when a small business owner makes a sale, they do a little happy dance. So make sure you're shopping local and put a little groove back into our world. Have a great day.